This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing. Started my digital inspection at 2336 Rippey Court out here in Oklahoma. Whenever we start our inspections, we like to start underneath the eave of the house. So your eave is going to consist of your fascia board, you got your rafter tails, and then you have your starter board. And the reason why we like to start underneath the eave of the house is that it gives us a really good idea about what the condition of the roof is, what kind of wood repair we can expect on a project, and it also just shows us how good of a job the roof is doing as far as keeping water off the property. And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of signs of immediate water intrusion, although this wood does look very aged. So this isn't the original roof that's on this home, but it doesn't look like the last time they did this roof that they replaced a whole lot of wood. So there are a few areas where you can see that we do have some damage over here in the corner, and that's usually typical underneath the eave. So, but I don't expect there to be a whole lot of wood repair on this project. I'm going to work my way up to the top of this roof. Now this roof does have drip edge on it. That usually tells me the roof is probably less than 25 years old or so. Based off of the condition of this roof, I would put it closer to the 20-year mark. We can see that we have an architectural asphalt shingle on this roof, and the camera is picking up a good amount of shininess, right? And so essentially what that is the fiberglass that is showing through. So this is all the fiberglass. So what's happening is, as this product ages, the oils on this asphalt shingle begin to evaporate, and as those oils evaporate, the granules start to deplete. Once those granules start to deplete, what they'll do is they'll end up in the gutters. You can see how the gutters are starting to get filled up with them. Not too much, but that is a sign that the product has gone, is at the tail end of its life expectancy. Once that fiberglass is exposed, the waterproofing begins to be pretty compromised at that point. You can also see that the majority of these shingles are very loose, so the adhesiveness of this product is starting to diminish as well. Now those nails don't seem to be too rusted, so it's telling me that it's still doing a pretty good job as far as keeping water out of, from getting underneath the shingles. So again, based off of that, I would say this roof has another 5 to 8 years left in it, maybe a little bit more. Now we're looking to add solar panels on this roof, so it's always going to be a good idea for the homeowner to ensure that the roof is in good enough shape to install solar panels. And there's also a cost that's associated with removing and reinstalling existing solar panels as well. So it might be a good idea for the homeowner to think about doing both at the same time. But I'm going to present them with some options and let them come up with this decision. Now, this is the flat roof. You can see a lot of the granules from the shingle are ending up on this flat roof. So this flat roof definitely does need to be replaced. This material is a torch down material. A lot of the granules have depleted. You can see we got a bunch of repairs that were done all along the perimeter of this flat roof as well. We got areas where the water just sits in ponds, so that's where all those granules accumulate. And anytime water sits and ponds on a flat roof, it is going to find its way into the home itself. So it would be a very good idea for the homeowner to replace this flat roof. And what we would end up doing is replacing this roofing material with a TPO roofing material. TPO is more of a commercial grade product. We install the majority of our flat roofs now, but it does a really good job of withstanding ponding water. It's also highly reflective, so it's going to cool down this area of the patio quite a bit as well. So I'm going to go over some of those options with the homeowner. Now, if they did want to go ahead and replace this roof would come with a 50-year warranty from Owens Corning, because we're an Owens Corning preferred contractor, to go along with a lifetime workmanship warranty from us. We would tear this down to the wood decking to address any kind of bad wood. We would add brand new starter shingle and drip edge along the entire perimeter once everything is tore off, along with new synthetic underlayment. And then the new architectural shingle would be installed directly after that. You can see that the sealant around the majority of these penetrations is starting to diminish, but a lot of it's still in pretty good shape. So again, I'm not going to sit here and say that this roof needs to be replaced immediately, but as always, it would be a good idea for any homeowner to be proactive when it comes to any kind of roof repairs, roof replacement, especially when it comes to adding solar panels to the mix. That is it for my inspection.